Welcome to Tipsy Reviews, where I watch a movie with drinking rules and tell you how it went. My name's Ryan, and last night I watched Happy Gilmore 2. Cheers. The lady and I actually did a review last night after watching, but we were too goofy to actually review the movie. So this is Ryan coming to you from the future and leaving an actual review, and I'll show you our first impressions at the end. I'm sure we'll get better at it over time, but it was the first time we did it, and we were feeling pretty silly. Welcome to Tipsy Reviews. I don't know.
Welcome. I haven't done one of these, so.
Well, I'll keep the spoiler free, so let's jump into it. The movie, I thought, was great, especially as a drinking movie. There are so many times where you're just gonna want to have a beer to drink with him. It's a large integral part of the movie. I finished 9 beers by the time the credits started rolling up the screen, and what can I say? They nailed it. This is one of the better ones I've seen in a long time, and I watched way too many movies. My initial fear, though, going into Happy Gilmore 2 was that this would just be like a cash grab to capitalize on an already successful IP. But they really did a great job of keeping like the heart and soul of the original Happy Gilmore in this movie. It was so refreshing to see. There's so many cash grabs, I feel like, especially recently, where they just like throw Jack Black and Jason Momoa and Pedro Pascal into everything just to get more butts in seats, but this was great. It was 100% a Happy Gilmore through and through. As you'd expect, the whole Happy Madison crew is there, and they did a fantastic job of honoring everyone in the first movie, even those who passed away. It was really wholesome. They have a lot of family aspects in the movie too, which was great. And it just leaves you smiling. It is a good movie. One of my complaints, though, in the beginning was that they would cut away whenever they started to curse. And I thought that's how the whole movie was going to be, because they do it a bunch. Like, he'll start to say something like, bitch, or something, but it'll cut away after a couple syllables, or it'll be like, shit. And I was like, oh, man, is the whole movie going to be like this? But rest assured, by the end, you know, they take the training wheels off and they let Adam Sandler do his thing, and then everyone's cursing a little bit by the end. But it was great. The premise of the movie, it hits all the same beats as the first one. It's very much one-to-one. Happy is down on his luck and he needs to raise some money, but he hasn't played in a while, so he has to start training again and enter some smaller tournaments and stuff, and there's a large tournament at the end. It's identical, one-to-one, but it's actually a good thing here. They've laced it with so many jokes and funny scenes that it really does feel like a fresh take on something that's already 30 years old now. Like, it feels like you grew up with the movie, honestly, if you watched the first one. There aren't any official drinking rules, but hey, we're some seasoned veterans over here, okay? Yeah, we're no stranger to a challenge, so we whip some up right off rip, and I think they hold up pretty well. I would probably recommend doing the same exact ones with your own little twist depending on your tolerance if you decide to take on this challenge as well. I'd probably say, though, that the best one is probably every time he drinks, you drink. That's what really makes it feel like a good drinking movie, and there are a lot of good, funny drinks that he has in there. And keep this spoiler free, but trust me, even if you're not playing the rules, you'll want to have a beer in hand just for these parts, and you'll have a good time. Other ones that we did are every time they say happy, every time they say shooter, and hockey. If I had to change one, I'd probably take out every time he does his signature Happy Gilmore swing, because I swear, like, halfway into the movie there's a montage that runs, and that was like 30 drinks right there, like, immediately. And they also chant happy a bunch of times as well, but never more than like 5 times in one go. So it's all very bearable. It's really good. I was cracking up the whole time. It was really fun. They have a whole lot of new cameos in there as well. Like I mentioned, I won't say who they are, but none of them felt, forced. They all did a great job. No one's trying to steal the spotlight. It didn't seem cheesy. It was all like, hey, it's that guy. All right, good stuff. Yeah. If you took out every time, maybe keep in every time he swings for like an expert plus mode. There's also, I thought, if you want to substitute out that, maybe put in every time there's a reference to the first one. If you are going to watch Happy Gilmore 2, I highly recommend you watch or rewatch Happy Gilmore 1 if it's been a while, because there's so many times where it just lines up and it keeps you giggling. Yeah, definitely, get your study materials out, prepare for it, go in with a few cold ones. You're going to have a great time. I'll leave you now with our review that we did right after watching it. It's pretty goofy, but maybe there's some funny parts in there. I haven't looked at it yet, but if there's anything that you want me to watch in the future, let me know in the comments. But that's it for now. Cheers. Have a good time. You're going to love it. I promise you. And this is Tipsy Reviews. I watch a crap ton of movies, too much to not share my opinions with you. Let's give you an honest opinion on how good movies are with what, like the drunken...
Are we counting the drinking rules?
Let's give you our take on watching a movie with drinking rules. That's what people really want to know. We just watched...
Happy Gilmore 2.
We just watched Happy Gilmore 2. How does Happy Gilmore 2 hold up with drinking rules? One, I thought the movie was freaking amazing.
They did a great job.
They did a great job. They did.
Sequels hardly ever do, but they
Great
did
drinking.
a great job. Great cameos. Great throwbacks. I mean, it's been years since I've seen the first one, and I laughed a lot. You had to fill me in on some of the throwbacks or callbacks, and I still thought they were funny without even knowing about what, they were calling back to.
So the premise of the movie is that there's this new upstart company that wants to change golf, make it more accessible to the common man, because golf now is dead and boring, and no one wants to sit and watch through that. We're going to make it way more exciting with our sports energy drinks and stuff. And in order to combat the new rise of the new generation of jingling keys golf is... We're going to have the old gold shirt jacket wearers, the 5 best of theirs, compete against our 5 best in normal golf. And if they win in normal golf, then this is what golf is going to become. And that kind of shakes off a little bit, and I kind of lost sight of that. Because all of a sudden they started like the new tournament.
Yeah, it's like they won that, but then they're like, okay, you're gonna play on our turf now, and like that I feel like they didn't say that in the beginning.
Lost a little bit. One of the funny bits, Adam Sandler. It felt like
fantastic.
Yeah, so good. Like some people say like, he's falling off. Like,
no.
Oh no, it's just like cutesy
Absolutely
family
not.
things. I got a very hard "That's My Boy" vibes. Where he's just pulling pocket shots out of nowhere. It was like watching 7 Days in Hell. Like, you better check that cuckoo clock over there.
Those are the best parts.
Yeah.
The zucchini. Or
the
cucumber. But yeah.
Oh, sorry. Sit on it longer. Maybe I got the PH wrong on that joke. So these reviews are based off not how good the quality of the movie is on its own, but that might be a part of it, but it's really just... Okay, that's going to be bad. That's going to be a throwaway. Clap, clap! So on my Tipsy review, that movie is a 9. That's a 9. What would you give it?
9 Club. An 8.6.
Okay, well, I had 9 beers, so for me, that movie is a 9. On the Tipsy review scale, that movie is a 9. You give it a 5. You had a 5.
And the 5th one was the one we put back in the fridge. So
movie as itself, though, honestly, I'd still give it a 9. That's like a good comedy movie. So those are rare.
I'm glad.
I give it a 9, 8 to 9.
It was way better than I ever expected it to be.
It was. That was surprising.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Thumbs up.
Oh.